Joining me now to discuss this and more is host of the Kinsey Schofield Unfiltered podcast. Kinsey, how will Harry and Meghan react to that little sketch?
Oh, they're gonna hate it. They're gonna hate it. Honestly, I think Prince Harry and Meghan would face a lot less criticism if they showed even a hint of self-awareness. Audiences are typically more forgiving of public figures who can laugh at themselves, but when you project this level of seriousness while contributing relatively little culturally, it creates some disconnect. That's why jokes like that one they land until they're willing to be in on the joke instead of above it with their titles. That perception isn't going to change.
Now, the Ginger and Whinger are going to be absent from tomorrow's Met Gala event in New York, where the most famous and influential people gather annually, or at least they used to. I don't know how relevant it is these days. I wasn't aware of this, Kinsey, but apparently Meghan has a long-running feud with Vogue editor and Met Gala chair Anna Wintour. And she's also not on great terms with Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez, certainly not in their friendship circle. One source told the Daily Mail that the couple is reeling and, quote, they have truly lost the plot. I hear she's spiraling badly because she knows nothing is working. The whole thing about her as ever stuff selling out isn't true anymore. I don't think either of them are happy. Kinsey, is it such a big deal that they're not being invited to events like the Met Gala?
I mean, I thought it was incredibly odd that the same year she had multiple seasons of a reality show on Netflix with Love Megan, she wasn't invited to the Emmys. So I do think we're seeing a pattern here of them being rejected by Hollywood. And with this particular scenario, it's fashion's biggest night. Megan should have pursued this ticket with a vengeance and used this opportunity to launch her influencer app instead of using the bodies of Bondi Beach victims. That would make so much more sense to launch that app at something like the Met Gala where the entire world is watching. Why not use the billionaires? Why use the sick and vulnerable is, I think, the common sense question.
Absolutely. Now, Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez allegedly paid $10 million to be named this year's sponsors for this event. And Kinsey, the gala, which carries the theme costume art this year, has the couple's name on the invites. I don't know about you, but to me, it's all a bit crass and desperate these days.
Well, to be fair, I think costume art whenever I see the before and after pictures of Lauren Sanchez, especially her cleavage. But I mean, I actually like Sanchez. She's unapologetically ruthless. She goes for exactly what she wants, and she usually gets it. And she works hard. There's something, Jeff Bezos was afraid of heights before he started dating her, and now she is the pilot in all of their private jets. Like, well, not all of them, but she takes him in helicopters all over the world. So there's something really interesting to me about her, and I admire the hustle.
I think she was in the movie Anchorman too, wasn't she? Didn't she play a newscaster? I could be. I'm
Well,
pretty sure
she was a
I'm right about that.
newscaster. Yeah, she in LA. She worked at KTLA. That was her job for a while, so that she would fit right in on Anchorman.
Yeah, she wasn't quite Veronica, but she was up there. And she was amongst those astronauts with Katy Perry and Gayle King, who went up into space for about 30 seconds. So we can't forget that. Now, Donald Trump has proven once again why he is the funniest president of our lifetime. Take a look as he jokes about Melania not liking his famous dance moves. He loves this story.
But she hates it when I do the thing on weightlifting. She says it's so unpresidential. And she hates when I dance, too, at the end, too. She hates when I dance to what's sometimes referred to as the gay national anthem. You know that. She hates it.
He's so funny. Gay national anthem. I love that. He's elevating that song even higher.
Did you see the clip this week? I think it was circulating that where a reporter asked him, "Is it true you might be wearing a bulletproof vest going forward after the
We
White House
played it
correspondent
earlier.
today?" Yeah, and he's like, I can't afford another 20 pounds. I mean, he truly, and also I thought he was so great because the way his humor at the beginning of the state visit with King Charles, it set the tone. This could have been a very scary, serious trip between him and King Charles, but his humor and the way that he de-escalates situations, it's incredibly powerful, Rita. Like, I think that that's what we want in a president.
Absolutely. Now, it's been reported that First Lady Melania quietly coordinated with Queen Camilla's outfits to indicate alignment and visual diplomacy. That's not a term I've heard before. Style strategist Lauren Rothman told Business Insider, unlike celebrities on the red carpet, the question isn't, did they look good? To me, the question is, did the visual match the responsibility? Rothman also said, I think the answer is yes. Melania's visual matched the responsibility. She was elegant, yet not outshining. That's visual diplomacy at work. Kinsey, that's a very interesting bit of analysis, because I think we just take it for granted that Melania is going to look amazing. But she was very demure, and it all seemed to be in sync with the royal couple.
And I'm going to say something a little controversial here, but Queen Camilla, previously known as the Rottweiler, it's not like it's going to take a lot for the First Lady to steal the show. The fact that she goes out of her way not to, I think, says a lot about her grace, her composure. She's the same way with President Trump. She doesn't try to take attention away from him. He's the leader, and he wears the pants, it seems, unless there's a dance floor, and then he might be scolded. But what I did think was interesting was I found out that royal aides and the First Lady's team routinely coordinate their wardrobes to make sure that they look in sync, which I thought was fun. I imagine that those are some fun exchanges back and forth.
And we're talking about Anna Wintour before, and she does not put someone like Melania Trump on the cover of Vogue. I mean, that just tells you how completely out of touch the fashion world is, particularly the publishing side of it. I mean, how can you not have a bona fide style icon who looks as good as she does on the cover when you've put Hillary Clinton there, and you've put Kamala there, and you've put Jill Biden there multiple times? Kinsey, that's a discussion we will have another time. Thank you so much for your time tonight.